If you have little believers around, you might want to save this and come back to it at a different time. Now that they're gone, let's talk about Santa and budgets. This is something that I actually really have always struggled with. I just imagine a child asking for a particular item, but they live in a household that they cannot afford that item. And they assume that because they were good, they were going to get this item, because if you're good, Santa grants your wish and brings these items to you, not realizing that obviously mom and dad are funding that item. And if they live in a household that is not well off, their parents can't afford that item. But not to ruin the magic of Christmas, does this child just sit there and think, well, I wasn't good enough this year? Like, if I could be better, then I would get this item. I personally love the magic of Christmas, and my children are believers. They're 5 and 4, and I love that for them. And also, they live in a household where, we can buy those things. There's not a lot that I couldn't really buy for them that's on their wish list. But at the same time, my children are asking for some crazy things, and we are going on a trip. That's where we're going to be spending most of our money. And for them to still be asking for gaming systems or things like that on top of this trip, it's just not possible. It's not a reasonable financial decision that my husband and I will be making. But I remember very specifically, my sister growing up always asked for a real horse. Every year she would I want a real horse. I want a real horse. And that's what she would ask for Santa. And my parents would try to explain to her, girl, Santa is not going to bring you a real horse. That is not something that he can bring. And then Santa would bring puppies to other people, and she didn't understand. I thought you said Santa didn't bring animals. These people got puppies from Santa. What the heck? So I'm just wondering, how do you address finances or what you can and can't receive from Santa with your children? And then how do you also set them up to understand that if you get this particular item, your friend at school may be in a different financial situation and Santa can't bring these types of items? The area that we live in, there's not a large difference in income, but I just can't imagine going to school as a child and Santa brought me a toothbrush and socks and new clothes, and that was a big deal financially for my family, and I was a good kid this year, and then another kid got a Nintendo, and feeling bad that I wasn't good enough to get that from Santa this year. I feel like I'm basically saying that we should not do Santa anymore, which is crazy, and I don't actually believe that. I just want to have ethical Santa. I want to raise my children to understand that the world is not fair, and it has nothing to do with your morality.